Welcome to RiverPitch, where 24 hopeful startup businesses compete for a prize pool valued at $20,000, which could help them accelerate their businesses to the next level. This week, we visit Melbourne, where Shona Devon is taking 8 promising teams through their paces.
I look at hundreds of businesses a year and invest in very few, because it takes more than a great idea to run a great business. It takes more than passion to pay your suppliers and your staff. And it takes more than great technology to have your customers come back again and again and even refer you. What I'm looking for in early stage investing is the founding team. Do they have the capacity to build something great?
Situ360 is a company that creates immersive 360-degree experiences and targets the advertising industry. Nick and Tony, the founders of the company, are up first, but their pitch leaves Shona with questions.
So guys, thanks very much for the pitch. I still don't understand exactly what you do. I don't quite understand the applicability. Maybe if you could step me through, currently some of our clients are using it in this situation, because investors don't want to feel dumb. Like, no audience wants to feel dumb. So you need to make me feel smart. And by the way to do that is to say, here's this thing, great 360 thing that I've got, and this is how some of our clients are using it.
I think the biggest challenge of being a tech founder is actually, and this might sound kind of silly, but what is your product? When we first started, we have the same product with the same features, but what we were selling initially is very different to what we're selling today.
Car Deals to Me hopes to make the experience of buying a car easier. But Thomas, the company's co-founder, has some explaining to do around their business model.
A lot of them think that we are brokers and that we actually get involved in the end purchase. We don't get involved at all in the purchasing. We're very much on the customer side. We don't get involved financially in the deal.
So you make your money through a clip of the ticket once it's all been sorted out?
So we charge each individual dealership a subscription here in Australia, and internationally we charge per lead. So when you actually share your name and mobile number, that's a billable opportunity for us. Because we don't get involved in the end transaction, we don't have any as a bonus fees.
Okay, that's the bit that I need to understand.
Right.
Jessica from Neighbourlytics is a town planner who has, with her co-founder, developed a platform that collates social data on cities, allowing businesses and governments to fully understand the nuances of a certain location.
Okay, so why are you here? Why are you...
Yeah, we've just got great investment and we need to grow our team, and it's tough in Australia, and we want the best product people and we want the best data scientists.
Okay, could you tailor your presentation a bit more towards that? Why wouldn't you lead in up front saying, we're not here for investment. What we really want to do is attract the best and the brightest. Like, be up front. I don't understand why people in these situations, if you've got a big, fat, hairy competitor, like our first competitor was IBM.
Never heard of them.
You know, you've got to show why people would spend time with you.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, you're the David in the Goliath story.
Yes. When we managed to hire a head of analytics who is an amazing mathematician and Python programmer, Gala, and she said yes and was excited to come and build out that IP in our business. That was just the most amazing thing that could have happened, because it meant that she could see that it was possible, what we were looking to create. WePloy
is an HR tool that can quickly fill job vacancies with their pre-vetted workers. But Shona digs deeper to try and find out why they are special in a field that has very tough competition.
I still had this niggle in my mind from an investment perspective going, yeah, but there's like 100 employment platforms out there. How does this guy beat everybody else?
Yeah, okay. So things like, if I told you, like, we put a guarantee to every single employee, our average star rating is 4.97, the average speed that we fill jobs in is 11 seconds.
It actually comes down to you.
Okay.
It comes down to what are your values? What are the values for your company? How does your technology, even though people think, how can technology have a value system? But it can, because you're operating the technology.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying now. So what our platform, through the technology, one of the biggest values we drive is unconscious bias, right?
Okay.
Because we never show you the name or the picture. And so
That's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah. Our employees got really emotional in the room. And they were really emotional because they had both struggled to find work for so long because they both came from ethnic backgrounds and no one would interview them or see them or give them the chance. And through the platform, they've been able to work, not only work, but they've been able to show their passion and show their worth.
It's Yifei's first time pitching and he has a nervous start. His product, AI Build, allows users to virtually view yet-to-be-built structures as well as design interiors. From the pitch, Shona needs more information to understand the full scope of the product.
Because I was trying to figure out how you would choose furniture coverings with your VR hat on, basically. Yes. That didn't... OK,
yeah,
now
so
that
actually,
makes sense.
Basically, AI Build has provided two different services. One is for the to-be side, for the property developers, and one is for the clients and interior designer, so that they can wear the virtual reality headset together.
OK, so you're a cool guy who probably has those VR headsets lying around all the time. I'm obviously not cool. I don't have those headsets, so how, from a business case perspective, how am I going to get my hands on the headset? And, you know, why would I be doing that?
Somebody has asked me about that as well, and so that's why we come up with an idea. We not only provide the virtual reality product, but also we create a web version.
Shiftees aims to solve complex rostering issues and improve work-life balance for shift workers. John's pitch is thorough, but still leaves some questions from an investor perspective.
So I want to understand what the problem is at a market level.
Yep.
Like, is anybody using this in earnest?
Yes, people are using it in earnest. And they're using it for call centre planning and service desks, for teams that have, like, technical teams where they need to have knowledge workers working on a rotating basis.
You also gave a really good statistic in that 40% of our workers are shift workers. So this is going to potentially affect 5 million people. For investor meetings in particular, you're expected to be able to paint that beautiful picture, but then if I want to drill down into something, I want you to go down and down and down, and I'm going to be pecking away until I'm satisfied with your answer.
Yep.
You know, I am a chook. Basically, just pecking away.
Coming up after the break, who is encouraged to not be too modest?
On the next car advice, Hyundai makes a giant leap for mankind with the new Ioniq, and will the stylish new BMW X2 lure new car buyers to the German mark for the first time?
Car advice, 7:30 p.m. Wednesdays on Your Money.
Link4 is a company that specialises in invoice delivery, essentially allowing different accounting packages to speak to each other. Robin, the company's co-founder, receives a very basic question from Shona.
Government system too.
Yeah, I'm just trying to dumb it down so that it's not because you're dumb, not because I'm dumb, but because this topic is so dull, invoicing, and yet so necessary. So I'm trying, you know, we need to understand why this is important, why this is different. Why have you won an award for this? You know, why, if I could quote my 6-year-old. You know?
Yes, and that's what it's really based on is cash flow. Small businesses struggle with cash flow. So if they're sending an invoice out and it's getting paid faster, that helps the small business. And that's why we built this in the first place.
Going through your presentation, there is a lot of competition. It's perhaps competition from people not understanding exactly what you do. We went to England last year, and we actually had a meeting in Buckingham Palace with the head of IT and the head of finance to talk about invoicing for the royal household. So that was a little bit of a highlight for us.
Annie is last for the morning session, and her company, TalkiePlay, makes hardware that integrates with an app that brings inanimate objects to life through words and songs to assist children struggling with speech delay. You've got kid-friendly hardware combined with smartphone software, which would be a relatively new phenomenon. So that's kind of your secret sauce.
It is.
Then how is that going to change the future for all of these kids that you're talking about?
Yeah.
That would really just
So
Bring
to
it all
really
together.
amplify that and make sure that I articulate that I've always been hesitant in saying, you know, we're the first in the kind, you know, first of our kind in this space, even though we are sitting out there, you know, paving the way in this area.
That could be an Australian thing. We don't tend to be too show pony about what we've actually done until we've done it 100,000 million times.
I know. Yeah. Okay, but that's a good point. I need to get across how innovative this is.
Well, if
and
you're
how
going to go up
different it
against
is.
the rest of the world in terms of innovative technology, they are not so bashful about coming forward. Welcome to RiverPitch. We've had a big day. I've met the founders and they've got some really promising businesses. So let's get started. First up, we've got Jamie and Nick from Situ 360.
Hi, I'm Jamie Dow. This is Nick Wright, and we're co-founders at Situ 360. Situ 360 is a web-based platform that allows anyone on the planet to create and share 360 and virtual reality experiences by just logging into their browser. It's 3 simple steps. You log in, upload your content, then with simple drag and drop functionality, create immersive virtual experiences, and at the click of a button, share them across any platform. Nick and I both come from a production background, and we had more and more people asking us to create virtual reality experiences. But what we did know was prohibitively expensive, it was time-consuming, and it was difficult to do. And this is why we created Situ.
So 360 experiences in VR are valuable to a lot of industries and a lot of verticals, but I wanted to give you a live example to illustrate the point. So a global multinational advertising agency was having trouble getting their vision across to their client for a major campaign. Using Situ 360, they could virtually place posters and billboards in the Southern Hemisphere's largest train station. They could then virtually transport their client to that space. They could do a tour of the space with their creative in place, and the client could get across the meaning of and the vision with zero ambiguity. The client signed off then and there, saving the agency real dollars with man hours, client services, and studio costs. And all of this was done within about an hour rather than a week, which it would usually take. Situ 360, we're live in market. We've got some global sales opportunities with some major brands, and we're here looking for investment to help take our company to the next stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick and Jamie. We now understand how easy it is to use your solution and also who would use your solution. So thank you for explaining that.
G'day everybody, I'm Tom, Chief Technology Officer and co-founder at Car Deals to Me. Car Deals to Me gives car buyers just like yourselves access to fast, free and anonymous prices on new and used cars in under 4 hours. So what's the problem with car purchasing? Well, travelling around your local area wastes a bunch of time and we can get you quotes at a state level. Sales follow-ups are fun for neither party, and those 10 dealerships that you speak to, well, even understanding the quotes that they give you can be complex. They'll use different templates, different trade discounts, and different templates altogether. Classifieds are time-consuming and complex, and they're not anonymous at all. The Car Deals to Me solution is different. We give you a simple mobile app to download, and you can anonymously request car pricing on the exact vehicle you're after. In as little as 2 hours, we'll get you multiple prices back that you can compare. And if you like one of them, you simply share your name and mobile number, and one of our dealers gets right back to you. It's entirely free for the customer. There is no cost. We charge the dealers. And it's anonymous right up until you want to share your information. In terms of our key metrics, we do 250 leads per day and have a growing network of 1,250 dealerships spread across Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. In terms of our market wins, we're headed to South by Southwest with VicTrade. We went to Startup Grind with Google for Entrepreneurs, and we're ranked as a rising tech star at London Tech Week. And we're ranked in the top 20 most promising automotive technology solutions providers by CIO Review. Thank you for your time.
Well done, Tom. It was really nice to hear that you included the fact about being free and anonymous. So thank you for listening. And also your traction to give it some validity to what you're actually doing. So Well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up next, who shocks Shona with their improvements?
Open your day with breaking news. Start with expert advice. Get answers from business leaders who matter. Set yourself up for the trading day ahead. Trading Day The Open, weekdays at 10 on Your Money.
Thank you. Think of a place you love to spend time. It might be your local main street, a cafe down the road, or perhaps a local beach. I became a city planner over 15 years ago to make places for people, and it struck me very early in my career that city making is broken. We spend a lot of time promising vibrant, livable communities, and that what results is often underwhelming and inappropriate. But it actually needn't be this hard. City planners spend a lot of time trying to find data about what makes local places tick, what you love, how you spend your time. These days, with our watches and our phones and our cars and our in-house technology, we create digital footprints of our daily lives every time we like, check, review, search, tweet. And this is incredibly valuable data about the social lives that we lead. Neighbourlytics has tapped into this data set to create social data for neighbourhoods. We create interactive data reports for property developers and local government so they can track in real time the local experience and personality of neighbourhoods. And we're here today because we're building Australia's best product team to deploy and scale our product across Australia and ultimately around the world. In the 18 months since launching our beta product, we've created data over 400 neighbourhoods across 6 continents. We work with property developers across Australia to help them measure their return on investment with their assets, with local governments so they can understand in real time what's going on across their municipality, and also with research agencies and think tanks so that they can benchmark neighbourhood performance across the world. We have really unique IP that sits behind our analytics product, and it's entirely scalable. We currently provide descriptive analytics for our clients, which is great, but we can do much better, and that's how we're growing our team at the moment. We're shortly about to release a State of Australian Neighbourhoods report, where we'll be talking about the success of neighbourhoods across the country and ultimately across the world. We'll be automating our customer support and want the best people to help us do it, and we'll also be launching a subscription product to move to a SaaS model. We have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to get the cities that we all live in right, and I want you to join us. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jess. I would actually come and work for you tomorrow.
Great.
So job done.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Tony and I'm from WePloy, and we're a recruitment platform that helps businesses hire short-term, pre-vetted, white-collar people within seconds rather than days or weeks. So one thing that I experienced firsthand and saw when I worked in the recruitment industry was that the amount of bias that happened was uncanny. So when my co-founders and I got together, we built this recruitment platform with 2 goals. 1, to remove unconscious bias, and number 2, to provide quality staff faster than ever possible. So we built out a unique 6-stage vetting process that utilized technology to vet based on data. And throughout the hiring process, we would never show the photo or the name. And then we were able to reduce the time to hire from over a week to now our average fill time is 11 seconds, which is something that's never been done before. Our business model is really simple. We take an hourly clip and we leverage business admin roles as a way to get into the business. And once we start working with the clients, they instantly fall in love and they become our advocates. And from then, traction and adoption goes through the roof. We launched the business about 1.5 years ago. We've been able to grow our team from 5 to over 30 and still counting. And we currently work with hundreds of leading Australian and global businesses, helping them hire faster and better than ever before. But the best thing so far is that one of the most common pieces of feedback that we receive every single day from our clients that use us is that they will never use a recruitment agency again. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Tony. I love how you've taken what was originally Match's pre-vetted talent to now you're taking us through your unique selling points.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yifei. It is very exciting for me to introduce our latest innovation project, AI Build, for property development. As we all know, Australian property market was booming in the past 2 decades. However, the property developers are suffering from having much less expressions of interest from potential buyers from last year. AI Build can definitely help them. AirBuild converts 2D floor plans into 3D models and apply it into the virtual reality applications or even the web versions of virtual reality to help property developers to communicate with stakeholders and clients with strong visualized contents. With our patented technologies, we are used in the selling of the planned properties, stimulating the property sales, and raising capitals and boosting conversion rates. And as we are a data-driven companies, we regard data as a much more informative tools than any other technologies. We are using the data and analytics to help property developers to understand whether their clients would like their property or not and why they like it. With all these data-driven analytics services, our partners are able to establish their customized business strategy with AirBuild. If you can think of it, you can build it. Visualize it, build it, engage with it. Welcome to the world of AirBuild.
Wow. Yifei, that's like a totally different presentation. You're like a changed man. I love it. I totally understand it, and I think the audience will get it in terms of you're now speaking about the property market and property developers, whereas before you were giving us a very technical solution.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Webster. I'm the founder of Shifties, and Shifties is a service designed to humanise rosters. Now, my wife's a nurse, and she's often sleeping after a night duty only to be woken by her work calling her to see if she can work an afternoon shift. There's no fatigue planning, no call lists, and the worst thing you can do for the health of a shift worker is to wake them from their sleep patterns. And she's not alone. In Australia, 40% of employees work either part-time or shift work. That's 5 million Australians whose work-life balance is in the hands of their employers to get right. So Shifties turns this rostering process on its head, and it starts with the employer and employee view of what a good shift should look like. Staff use connected devices to enter their information about shift preferences down to as granular as a single individual shift. And we help employers with the lift on EBAs, fatigue planning, and other rules that they need to apply to build a roster that will work for everybody. And studies show that giving staff a say in their work-life balance leads to happier staff with higher throughput and lower staff turnover. So in industries like healthcare, emergency services, call centres, where employers can't compete on salaries and wage alone, we can provide a competitive advantage for them to do their work. Now, we're currently working with emergency services here in Victoria, and we're also working with call centre services in New South Wales, and we're starting to look into the healthcare market. And we're interested at the moment to talk to investors and mentors who can help us open those markets and expand those services both here and overseas. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, John. You've taken what most people would think would be a fairly simple solution and really broken it down, because most people would be asking, why isn't this done automatically now?
Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm the CEO of Link4. Link4 is seamless invoice delivery. In every business, there's someone who takes the information from an invoice and puts it into the accounting system, but not with Link4. We deliver that information exactly where it needs to go. There's no need for emails and PDFs or scanning. We allow the accounting systems to talk together in real time. This takes the pain out of invoice processing, making it up to 80% cheaper, giving real benefits to business owners. A business will use their current cloud accounting system, Xero, MyOb, QuickBooks. They don't need to change that. And we seamlessly deliver the invoice in the background. We've specifically built this for small businesses so they can benefit from this solution. Suppliers love Link4 because their invoice is delivered to the exact place it needs to be. One of our suppliers is getting a 50% increase in on-time payments. Now that speeds up cash flow for small business. When we look to customers, they also love it because it's saving them a lot of time and getting away from a lot of the problems they have with scanning invoices or getting them into the system. So I encourage all business owners to think about Link4, go to their website, sign up and try out e-invoicing, experience the benefits for yourselves, without paying for it because it's free to start with. And so go to link4.com.au. Now's the time to start making your invoice process more efficient. So that's link 4, seamless invoice delivery.
Well done, Robin. That was a change from the original talk that we had, but you gave it some context. What I really liked and what I hadn't understood until just then was the small businesses that you're dealing with and the number of tradies that you've been dealing with. So thank you for working that in.
Hi, I'm Dr. Annie McCauley, the founder and CEO of TalkiePlay. I have a PhD in medical research and I'm the mother of 2 beautiful children. But the other year, I was slumped over my afternoon coffee, holding back the tears of exhaustion as my toddler lay on the floor throwing yet another tantrum. Because like 1 in 5 young children, she had a language delay and she was stuck in a world where she couldn't communicate. A delay in early language development, it has a huge impact. It means these kids can't communicate their needs, they have trouble making friends, they have trouble engaging in language and any type of educational development. So what do we need? We need to close the gap for these children, and we do this with speech therapy. And we have to engage the children so that they want to do it. And sure, at the moment, there is amazing ed tech out there for language development, but it's all on screen. And here at TalkiePlay, we are the first to deliver real-life language learning through EdTech. We harness hardware with our kid-friendly hardware integrated with smartphone software. And we do this because we can make the furniture in a house talk, sing, and play games. So far in 6 countries, we've had hundreds of sign-ups of people wanting to use our technology. We're currently working with leading and innovative preschools in Australia that are harnessing our technology to make the classrooms talk and engage with their children. We're asking parents and educators to go to our website and sign up now so that they can be first to get this for their children, because we know that early intervention matters and that it makes a difference for our children.
After the break, the decision of who will go through to the semi-finals. Don't go away.
Keep ahead of every market move so you can get the most out of your money.
We will check in on some other stories making headlines.
Live market coverage, analysis and opinions.
The Your Money exclusive now.
Trading Day Live from 11, Your Money.
We've seen some incredible pitches tonight, but only 4 are going to make it through to the finals. So, first up, I'd like to invite Jess from Neighbourlytics. Next up, I'd like to invite Tony from WePloy. Thirdly, we have John from Shifties. And last but not least, we have Annie from TalkiePlay. I do have to give a most improved. This award goes to Yifei. The change from how you presented upstairs in the rooms to how you presented here, just a changed man. Keep up the good work. Like, really good. And finally, I need to say a big thank you to all of you. I need to say thank you to Stone and Chalk for hosting us. I need to say thank you to the ACS for getting behind our ecosystem. And I'd really like to thank all of these competitors and thank you for being here, everybody.
It's pretty savvy to know your credit score. Is this yours? Maybe you think it's this. You'd love it to be this. But don't guess it. It's free to see it. Your credit score is waiting for you. at creditsavvy.com.au.
Are borrowing conditions the worst we've ever seen?
Is your boss making a massive financial mistake? The common Australian rip-off.
The 10-year-old CEO that's caught the attention of the Qantas boss.
Shaking up streaming services, will Apple give Netflix and Stan a run for their money?
And inside this historic country mansion that's just sold for a record price.
Stunning, that one. Now, welcome to Your Money Live, helping you get more out of your money. Tonight, we talk about the fact that loans for renovations have hit a record low, but we're also going to talk about how and when renos can be a real moneymaker in the property market.
It's amazing that we're the least interested in renovations we've ever been.
I know, unbelievable.
It's like a...
record low.
Well, for Australians, it's a sport. It's a